Health is life. Your health matters. You matter. Health begins in the spirit and the mind. Take time to love you. Live well. Be well.
Let's go!
Health matters to me.
Come on, get up, cause you tuned into the station for your morning motivation to get your education for your health and your spiritual needs.
Health matters to me.
Yeah, strong will to empower the people, to promote the peace, though. Positive attitudes, behavior, that's a lifelong dream goal.
Health matters to me.
Yeah, health matters and we're here to help you become the better you, to be the best you, the best version you can be.
Health matters to me.
Yeah, and it's time for this classic, fantastic food for your soul. Here's Jackie and Coach Patrick right here. Let's go.
Health matters to me.
Hey, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. I'm Jackie.
And Coach Patrick.
Guys, welcome to Health Matters Live podcast this Saturday morning where your health matters.
Every day, all day. Listen, join us right here every Saturday at 9 a.m. as we bring you relevant information pertaining to your health and well-being. We'll have healthcare professionals and other professionals on the show to assist us in helping you to be the best you that you can be as it pertains to your health and wellness.
So, guys, go head over to Facebook and like Get Fit with Jackie Fitness and subscribe to our YouTube channel at Health Matters Jackie and Coach.
That's right. Don't wait. Do it now. Well, happy birthday to everybody that's celebrating a birthday in this
Happy
great
birthday
month
to you.
of May.
Yes, our very own third grandson.
Yeah,
Noah Aaron Gray Hudson.
big one.
The big one. I tell you, he is the big one. He is the big one.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
big in that way too.
Yeah, I tell you, Papa
a
call him
strong dude.
the baby Hercules. I tell you, y'all, y'all just would not believe this boy can move stuff and pick up stuff that I'm like no normal 1-year-old, 12-month-old is able to do.
Yeah.
He just walks around with strength and power and order.
Been walking since he was 8 months. I tell
Yes,
you,
and
he's really
just
moving.
very alert.
But happy birthday, happy
Yeah,
birthday,
birthday.
Noah. We love you, buddy.
We love you, your grandpa, and your J-Ma, your grandpa love you.
Yeah,
so
happy birthday
much.
to my sister Elaine.
Yes, Elaine.
On the-
Hi.
Out down there on the Gulf Coast, Mobile.
Yes.
We'll be down there soon.
Yes. Enjoy
Looking
some
forward
good
to it.
seafood, enjoying the family. Yes.
Yeah.
Also, we want to say happy birthday to McKebron Mitchell.
Birthday, Kebron.
Yes, his birthday is the month of May. And Alethea
Yeah.
Hudson. That's Grammy. Happy birthday to
Happy
ya.
birthday.
So if you guys know someone who's celebrating a birthday, if we forgot you, if we forgot you guys, don't charge our head, charge our heart, and just but go ahead and
Don't
subscribe
charge our
to
heart,
us.
charge our head.
Head, yeah, don't. I said don't charge.
No, you said it.
Guys, we ain't been on here in a couple of weeks, though, but hey, that's all right. It's live and it's all in fun.
Most
So,
definitely.
guys, you go ahead and you can shout out someone, if their birthday is this month. If we missed anyone,
I'm pretty sure we
birthday.
missed a lot of people.
Yes, I'm pretty sure
Well,
we
happy
did. I know
birthday.
Brittany Chubb
Right.
celebrated her
Happy
birthday yesterday.
Happy birthday, Brittany.
Yes, she's getting ready to deliver in a couple of
Right,
months.
right.
Yes, a little girl.
Yeah.
Wow.
Number 2 to the family.
Number 2.
Family's growing. All right, everybody that's celebrating an anniversary, happy anniversary. I don't know anybody celebrating an anniversary right off
I
my
don't
head.
either.
But happy anniversary if you're celebrating an anniversary. Keep the fire burning. Keep becoming one. Keep loving each other. Keep building family. And just keep enjoying yourself. So happy anniversary.
Yes.
All right, we're going to acknowledge our sponsors, our partners, our friend, Dr. Dan Aiken Chiropractic. When your spine is aligned, your body is too. Aiken Chiropractic is located at 425 Lawrence Street Northwest in Aiken, South Carolina. Their number is 803-641-9191, and their website is www.aikenchiropractic.com. If you would like to set an appointment, just call 803-641-9191. He has a great power wellness program that is very affordable, less than a copay, and you get 4 treatments and
Yes.
is very, very good.
You can't beat that.
You can't beat it.
And
You
your
can't
spine is
beat it.
aligned, your
Your
body is
body
too. I'm
is
telling
too.
you,
Yeah,
just don't know how much that spine affect
everything.
everything in your body. I'm
Yeah.
telling you, I'm telling you, one little thing can affect the whole body. But we want to shout out Jerome Jameson birthday, May the 9th.
Who?
Happy
Jameson?
birthday, Brother Jameson.
Okay,
And
Wayne.
our
Happy
loyal,
birthday, bro.
faithful supporter, followers. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
happy
Happy
birthday.
birthday
I
to
hope you
you.
enjoyed it. That was yesterday, or day before yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Well,
that was
happy
Thursday.
birthday. It's still May. You
Yeah,
celebrate the whole month.
happy birthday, man.
Yeah,
Enjoy yourself.
yeah. And we all going to be celebrating all the mothers and grandmothers and
Oh
mothers
yeah,
to be tomorrow.
oh yeah.
Mother's Day,
Won't be able to
guys.
get into a restaurant.
I'm telling you, if you have your mother here, that's a privilege. Be grateful.
Yes,
Be thankful.
yes.
Don't take it for granted. Don't take it for granted. Some of those mothers has, moved on and, transitioned to glory, but don't take those things for granted that you have a mother here is that's still able to be here to impart into your life, to pour into your life, to be there to support you and guide you and, just help you even with the grandbabies, and with the godchildren. I mean, just celebrate mothers. We're not forgetting about fathers, but this month is Mother Day, tomorrow is Mother Day, and we want to give honor what honor is due.
Most definitely.
Those mothers, additionals in your life, those bonus mothers, celebrate them. But you got your mother here, a biological mother here. You don't take that for granted.
Most
Don't
definitely.
take it for granted.
And any woman that's in your life that's
Yes.
played the role of a mother to you.
Right.
It could be your auntie, it could be
Yeah.
grandma, it could be a cousin, it could be a real good friend. Whoever plays that role as a mother to you, acknowledge that
Yeah.
and show them that you love them and show them that
That
you really
additional.
appreciate them.
Yeah.
And I appreciate this woman over here. I'm so proud of her. She just released her book, Still Becoming, A Woman's Journey to Wellness. Listen, if you haven't got your copy, go ahead over to www.womenowningwellness.com and you'll have a link there that will help you order your book off of Amazon. And listen, you won't regret it. I guarantee you, once you pick it up and open it up and start reading it, you won't be able to stop reading it. Very good. But she wants you to walk your way through it because it's a process that she's trying to get to you to help you become who God has called you to be.
Hey, Deborah is joining us here in Jameson. And those who's joining us live, guys, don't shy back for sharing. We welcome your views and opinion, guys. This is Mental Health Awareness Month and Women Awareness Week. And we talking about mental health when it pertains to, our life and how we are coping in life. But, we having a little fun right now. But I am excited, guys. Like I say, I am grateful. This was a process, for anybody to pick up, to be able to write their story and to write something, to impact a person's life. And I always told Patrick, and I told God first, I just don't want to just write something just to be writing it. And I'm not taking nothing from anybody, but I want it to be able to reach the heart, because what comes from the heart reaches the heart. So I want it to be authentic. I want it to be something that I can impact people's lives. I can grab their attention and, and say, okay, wow, but everybody have a story, but everybody is not as transparent, and everybody don't share their story. But you have to get to a place where God allows you to share that story. And when you begin to move through life and you begin to heal in places in your life. And first, let me back up. When you allow God access in areas in your life that you've been holding on to, grudges, anger, shame, guilt, and when you allow Him to come into those areas and allow Him to heal you, it opens up so much freedom for you to see other people free and delivered. And that's what Still Becoming is about. Becoming to be and still becoming, that woman's journey from wellness to wholeness, from one step to the next step. You have to. So we're excited about this. And because it is, if you would take these tools and apply these tools, but you got to be willing participant and put forth the effort, the consistency and the dedication to go through this and move through this so you can be a better person and become that person, and finding your fit is all about finding that fit in your identity in God first. That's the first and foremost. And everything else will fit into place
Yeah.
when you find that fit in Him.
Mhm.
And then you begin to start taking ownership of things in your life and taking back control when it comes to your help, your spiritual life, your help, in all these areas. It is so free to let go of stuff. It's like a burden that's just lifts off of things you've been holding on to. And you don't realize you're holding on to those things until you really grant God access into those areas and He begin to show, okay, that right there, we got to work on it. And we're yet still becoming, but we now we get to an area where we respond a little bit better. We're a little bit wiser, and we are directed and guided more by the Holy Spirit. And that's why God and along with the help with the Holy Spirit has to be the driving force in this journey.
Most
He
definitely.
has to be the driving force in it.
Most
So
definitely.
guys, that is just a snippet of what you're going to be getting in Still Becoming.
All right. And
Yes.
we're gonna be having a book lunch drop-in party on May 19th at the Kroc Center, which is located at 1833 Broad Street, right here in Augusta, Georgia. And I want you to come by, drop in, go ahead and get your book. Order your book first from www.womenownedwellness.com. Bring your book with you. Jackie will sign it and put some inspiring words in there for you. And we're just gonna have a good time. Snack on some food, talk a little bit, and just congratulate Jackie on doing what God has assigned her to do. It's a difference when we know what God has given us to do and really stepping out on it. And God wants us to step out on what He's given us to do. There's a lot of you out there with books in you. Go ahead and step out on it. And I guarantee you that God will give you the provision and the resources that you need as you move out into it. But just be strong and be courageous. Just like He told Joshua, be strong and be courageous and take those steps. And I'm talking to myself too, y'all. So you have to do those things. But we're talking about mental health this morning, and
Yes.
I'm so proud of my
Let me get.
baby.
I'm sorry.
Go
Let
ahead.
me get a shout out. Ingrid Shankles, thank you for joining us this morning. Sharon
Hey,
Scott,
Ingrid,
guys, thank you. I think we mentioned Deborah McDaniel. Guys, we thank you guys so much.
everybody that's on.
We are
Hello.
so appreciated.
Yeah.
You guys taking the time out on a Saturday morning, to just join us in on this conversation because it's and my husband know it took a lot. It's for me to write what I wrote. I had no idea, when I started off one area and the Holy Spirit said, no, start over. And I'm like, wow, start over. And God says, time to heal. It's time for that little girl inside to heal. She deserved to be healed. And I say, wow. So I knew right then this was going to be a journey.
All right, hold on to it,
Okay.
girl. You fool. I know.
Okay.
But we're
Okay.
gonna get to this lesson.
All right.
I want
And
to say
that's
this.
part of mental health,
I know, and
dealing
that's
with.
part of
Yeah.
mental health, right? Even writing that book was mental health, for you, stress release and everything. But I want to also tell you to register. Where is the event is free, the book lunch is free, but we just want to get accountability of people that may come in, drop by, and say hello and get their book signed. So we're just trying to get an accountability for that. You can also register on www.womenownedwellness.com for the event. So just go to www.womenownedwellness, and everything you need is there to point you in the right direction. So let's talk about mental health because May is Mental Health Month. So we're going to talk about mental health. We had Dr. Dan on, and we did a rebroadcast of the podcast last week where he was talking about just the scientifics of mental health and how your brain and your nerves and all of these things and how scientific type things affect our mental health. So if you haven't seen that, just go back and check it out. You'll get some good pointers out of that. But we're going to talk about mental health because mental health is a state of well-being in which an individual realizes his own or her own abilities, can cope with the normal stresses of life, because everybody know we got the normal stresses of life,
Amen.
good and bad. You can work productively and is able to make a contribution to your community In this positive sense, we're gonna also focus on having a positive mental attitude to help us navigate through mental health conditions and things of that nature. Now we know that sometimes people need professional help, counseling and different type of therapies for mental health. All right, but we're gonna also address just having a positive mental attitude and navigating through your mental health.
Yeah, and everybody's different.
Everybody's different. Right?
Their coping mechanisms are different in how they cope and what they use to cope with this. Because everybody life experiences, coach, has been it's been different in life.
Right.
Some people trauma can be more intense than others, so it takes time to do that. And of course, God is our healer, and
Right.
but He also give us that natural help,
Mhm.
professionals who can help navigate us. He also give us credible authority, people in our lives that we trust, that know, that mean us well, that really love us, that we can trust and have confidence in, and that they really, really want to see us be better. So all these things come together, and that's the holistic approach
Mhm.
in approaching this, and not just trying to go through this alone. And a lot of time we try to deal with these things on our own because, growing up sometime in a certain environment, especially in the Black community where it has been more of a stigma,
Mhm.
we have learned to, deal with it,
Right. Because you
and
don't want to be tagged or
yeah,
labeled. Mhm.
exactly. But we are dealing with it. And how we dealing with it? Through our physical body, our mental acuity. We're dealing with it because it is mentally draining us
Mhm.
because we're dealing with it, but we're not talking about it because we have not been showed how to talk about it, or how to
And manage it in a healthy manner.
manage it. There
Right.
you go, that word manage, and that is so
Mhm.
critical. But we would just say, oh, just deal with it. No, but it comes out, it manifests itself
Mhm.
in other
In other
areas:
areas.
emotional eating, drinking,
Mhm.
drugs, alcohol, whatever it could be, rebellions. It's that behavior will show up,
Mhm.
manifest somewhere as anger, inner anger
Mhm.
that we have, whatever it could be, it will show up because we was told deal with it.
Yeah, great points, Jackie. The thing about it is everybody has mental health, and taking care of one's mental health is just as important as taking care of your physical health. We like to think about what we're going to eat, how we're going to move, what we're going to do today, but we also have to put things in place to take care of our mental health because it all affects it. And we all have a certain mental health. Like I said, overall health includes a well balanced diet. Yes, it does. Regular
Yeah, because it
exercise.
affects our mood.
Right, but it also includes stress management. Stress management. Um, Early and ongoing mental health services if you need it. And that's where that stigma thing comes in. We don't want to be labeled as something's wrong with that person or whatever. But, in order to get through some barriers, sometimes you need help. Sometimes you can't jump over that barrier.
Right.
Sometimes you got to go get a ladder, or sometimes you got to go get a friend or a partner help you get over that barrier. So, and that's okay.
Call it reinforcement.
Right,
Like
that's
our pastor
okay.
said, you got to call it some
Right. The
reinforcement.
thing is to get over the barrier.
Right.
So if you can do it yourself, awesome. You got some good coping mechanisms in place to do that. But if you can't, then you got support system, a friend, a family member,
Those that you can
a
trust.
pastor or spiritual leaders. Go
Yeah.
get that ladder if you need it to get over
Yeah.
that hump. Or professionals.
Yeah. Iron sharpen iron.
Right.
Iron sharpen iron. And Patrick and I was talking about that yesterday. Iron sharpen iron. And knowing we have people that come into our lives can, help us and move us. But, sometimes they can only take us so far. But we have to have other people in our lives that can just get us over, like Coach said, to get us over that hump. But some individuals may not have that in them to be able to push you through that because they may have not been delivered from some things themselves in
Right.
that area.
Right.
And they mean well.
Right. And people handle things differently.
Right.
We on the outside looking in, we may see people dealing with things and we may like, why is that so hard for them? But people deal with things differently.
Right.
We're built differently, so you may be able to handle a situation differently and navigate through it easily. But the person that going through it, you on the outside looking in, trying to figure out why that person can't get through that. Why they always letting that bog them down? Well, they're not as strong as you in that area, so they may need help.
Are not as
So
resilient.
it's not as rigid,
And
right?
sometimes when we do see that, sometimes it may be showing up
Mm-hmm.
in other areas, and you may not just see it. And it may look like it's easy, but it could be showing up in attitude,
Right.
their personality,
Relationships,
in
family
relationship,
and friends, right?
families and friends, and how they deal with others
Mhm.
and relate, react, and respond in different relationships. So, in a social environment and how they receive information. So, we don't know how people responding to a lot of things or how they suppress, because a lot of time we suppress things. That's a lot what I did. I suppressed these things and I dealt with it,
Most definitely.
but this stuff started dealing with me as I got older, and in a relationship or with other women, or a relationship, having a friendship with other ladies, and how to handle corrected criticism, or or certain comments or things like that, or when someone rejects you, or that kind of stuff, how you perceive that or you handle that.
Right. And a lot of that comes from childhood strongholds,
There you
that
go.
are still deep in us. But
There you go.
uh,
Deep rooted.
but we gotta have we gotta put in some good coping mechanisms in place, and we gotta be free enough to get help if you need it. Some of the
There you
things that
go.
you can do in order to manage your stress is take time to relax. Enjoy your family, enjoy your friends.
Breathe.
You
Yeah.
got to find a good balance between work and home. Some people just overwork themselves and get stressed out. So it's important. Um, to your mental and physical health to find that balance in those things, to
Right.
relax, to get the rest that you need.
Get
Uh,
outside.
right,
Enjoy nature.
right.
Nature is so. I'm telling you,
Change your environment.
take your shoes off and walk in the dirt. It's just so many things that are so God put in place that is so healthy for us guys, and we got to take advantage of it and
Most
just
definitely.
understand how we are created.
Definitely.
God created us from the dirt. We were, and our bodies know that, so it relates to it. It relates to nature and how we was created. So we have to get in, get outside, get some sun and put your feet between the dirt. I did that when I was young. I mean, we didn't really wear a lot of shoes
Walk
outside. We
outside.
went out there, made mud pies, and put our feet in the dirt and all that. Yes, we have to. Yes. Someone said that's the word, coach, balance. And it is a balance. And we have to, because all of these areas, they they correlate with each other. They interact with each other. So when one is getting off, you got to know how to get back in sync.
Mhm.
That's the homeostasis age.
Yeah.
That's
Homeostasis.
homeostasis
Yeah.
state.
Mhm.
That's getting back into harmony, getting back into sync. And your
Back to
body
one.
has a way to showing you, wait a minute, I'm kind of out of balance, whether I'm too busy or I have indulged in too much other processed foods, or have not been eating all the right things. I'm too stressed. Let me get myself back into balance. Let me get
Right.
it back into sync.
Right.
And
That's it.
that's what the body want, because when it get out of sync, we open ourselves to all kind of free radicals.
Mhm.
We open ourselves to our physical body to just our immune system begin to just break down, because it responds to all the intensity, all the stress, and all the things that
Most
we're
definitely.
doing. And we got to get it back into sync, that homeostasis stage, and get back. And we have to be very critical and in tune to our body when to know, let's pull away. I need to pull away. I need to
Mhm.
get here. I need to. So you got to know when to do these
Most
things
definitely.
and put these things in place.
Most definitely. Hey, guys, listen, we're talking about mental health. We're going to move into the positive mental attitude and how that helps your mental health. But feel free to call in 706-592-8862 if you want to join the conversation, or put something down in the comments. We'll talk about it, how you feel about mental health. As we've been talking, mental health problems can affect your thinking. It can affect your mood. It can affect your behavior, and those are the things that shape your character. Those are the things that shape you. All right. So let's just kind of move into a positive mental attitude and how that helps your mental health because it allows you to realize your full potential when you're being positive. It allows you to cope with stresses of life and work productively, making meaningful contributions to your community. Maintaining a positive mental attitude includes getting professional help. That's very important, as we've already stated. If you can't get over those barriers, then get professional help. Get help from the family of friends that you can confide in, spiritual leadership. Get help from someone that's part of your support
Right.
network. If you need it now, get it. Connecting with others, as I'm saying, your network. Stay positive. Staying positive help you tremendously to overcome, your mental health or your stresses and things like that. Being physically active helps you. One of the most immediate benefits of being physically active or just moving your body is a stress relief. You get off of work, you go work out. It's a stress relief. You don't think about those things that's been going on and stressing you out throughout the day. So that's a good thing. Eating healthy. That's very important because, Jackie, one of the first things we do when we stress out, if we don't handle our emotions and feelings right, we'll eat something that we know that's
And
not
some
good
people
for our
don't
body,
eat.
and which
Yeah.
cause us to become overweight and overweight.
And some people are different. They don't eat.
Yeah, some
You know,
people don't eat.
so everybody is different in how they how they handle and manage stress,
Hmm.
and so we have to find, like Coach said, getting enough sleep. We have to ask ourselves, am I getting enough sleep?
Hmm.
Am I getting into bed in time enough? Am I setting healthy boundaries? You have every right to protect your peace and set healthy boundaries, and you have every right to let people know that. You
Hmm.
have to. If you worrying about how they're gonna respond, and I was that way, okay, they may not like me. You have to overcome that, and that's time. And that's all about becoming the be and still becoming because it's a process. And so, and also, like you said, healthy coping skills,
Right.
building healthier habits
So important.
one step at a time. And so you got so many different basic dimensions of mental health and well-being. And so, and that first one start with just our thinking,
Just your thoughts. Yeah.
and I'm telling you, our cells eavesdrop on everything that we say.
Hmm.
Our words have
Oh boy.
power, they have frequencies,
Hmm.
and it reacts. So that frequency increases intensity in our body. So things in our body begin to react to a certain intensity.
Right. They
So,
respond to your words. Yeah.
right, they respond. So negative word create negative reactions.
Hmm.
Positive word create positive reaction. If
Right.
we think about that, we just think.
Hmm.
And the word said, life and death is in the power of our tongue. God knew that when they talked in the Bible, they talked about that.
Hmm. As a man
By
thinketh in his heart,
so
so
is
is he.
he.
Yeah.
By our words we condemn. By our word we'll justify. We'll condemn. So words have power.
Yeah. And it all starts with a thought. It all
And it
starts
does.
with a
And
thought.
when you're called or chosen,
Hmm.
you got to be careful with your words because your spirit.
See, it's
You got
easy.
to
Is
speak.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's easy to when you're feeling well to see life in a more balanced and constructive way when
Yeah.
you're feeling well. But when you aren't feeling well, that's where the issue comes in. It's easy to get stuck, on saying and speaking negative things,
Right.
getting negative thoughts, and then we ignore the positive thoughts. You got 1,000 positive things that you could be thinking of, and this one negative
Yeah.
thing
One little
is
thing.
what you choose to focus on and get you out of stress and all of those things. What is a helpful thought? A helpful thought can be something simple as I know I can cope and I can get through this time that I'm going through.
Three.
When you say
Yeah.
that, your body hears that. Like Jackie said, your cells hears that, and things in your body align itself so that it
What you said.
can do what you're saying it can do. I feel grateful for the good things in my life. So you
Mm-hmm.
gotta be positive about things, because when you're negative, your body gonna respond to negative. If you
Yes.
say things like nothing good ever seems to happen to me, they think I'm a loser. Who is they? Hopeful, but you gotta speak positive.
Yeah. And
Changes the
it takes
whole game.
practice. It takes practice,
Right.
you know,
Right.
and you have to. And you have to, and just positive mental thought.
Hmm.
Just intentionally. You can't control every thought that comes up, but you can control not giving life to the thought.
Don't
That
say
mean,
it.
don't speak it.
Right.
Immediately do what the words say. Cast it down.
Right. Because they're gonna come.
Bring it under subjection.
Right. Negative thoughts are
Say
gonna
the opposite of what is saying there.
come. Mm-hmm.
Because the enemy comes. I mean, the battle is there in the mind.
Mm-hmm.
It starts there. That's where change take place at, coaches, in transformation of your mind, and you have to change them. And it takes time, and we all, and especially how, if you was brought up in a negative environment,
Oh yeah.
and that's been that go those strongholds, and that's when you got to allow God to get down there and dig up and unplug
Root it up.
things and root it up, and it has to be
You can't pull it up from the surface, just like the weeds in your yard. If
right.
you just pull that weed up from the surface, the root is still there
It's
underground.
still there,
So guess what? It's gonna pop back up sooner or later.
right.
So you
Yeah.
have to deal with those
In
things,
life,
those
when you
thoughts.
grow up, I thought it was gone. I didn't got married. I done moved on, and but no, it shows up in
Oop,
other
there it
areas
is.
with your relationship. Oop, there it is in the relationship. And so you got to be willing
Mm-hmm.
to give God your yes and access and say, okay, God, here am I. Whatever you need to do, because I don't know where these behaviors come from. They ain't just happen. What is the root of these behavior?
Right.
Because see, you can't change a situation until you get behind the root of the behavior.
Mm-hmm.
You can't, because you don't know where the behavior coming from. So
Mhm.
you ask God, where is these behaviors
What's the
coming
root?
from? What is the root of this behavior? And when he began to show you, that's when he began to start healing it, and
Right.
you allow him to heal it. It
And
may
you have
be
to
painful.
participate in that healing.
And it may be painful
Right.
for you to remember that, but you got to get through the pain to get to the pleasure.
Right.
Trust me, I've been there this last year. I have. That's why I was able to write this book, Still Becoming.
Mm-hmm.
There was some crying moments in this book I had to write because I had to allow God access. I had to, but I am have so much freedom. I am so loving who I'm becoming and who I'm seeing. I am. I ain't perfect. I'm still becoming, but I'm loving who I am become and still becoming.
And and that's all that matters. That you
Right.
love yourself, and if you can love yourself, then you can love others, and that's what's important. So thoughts, like Jackie said, we're gonna have thoughts throughout the day, crazy thoughts. We all know we get crazy thoughts. You don't take all of those thoughts in your head, so that's what you have to train
Especially
yourself
women.
to do. You can't take those thoughts, and you take them by saying. And when you say them, you put them out in the airways. You put them out in the air. You give
Atmosphere.
life to them, and your body hears it.
Yeah.
So just cast them down. We talked about thoughts. Let's talk about
The
body
reaction.
reaction.
Let me talk about that,
Wow,
Coach, for a minute. Body
reactions
reaction.
when you're having
There's a certain intensity your body react to when you're speaking positive, thinking positive, and versus thinking negatively and talking negatively. And I always tell people, say something negatively and see how the intensity of your body feel, how it's reacting, how is your mood. Then you versus you saying something positive, see how more relaxed your body is. The more your mood is better. I'm telling you, your body is hearing you. It listens to everything that you saying,
And it's
all the
responding.
thoughts. It's responding
Mhm.
in there. There's a central nervous system that is going on in there, and it sends signals throughout your body. So these things react
And
to
it's
one
a
another.
chemical imbalance. I
It
mean, the
is.
cortisol builds up when you're in a stressful
Yeah.
situation, and then your body it goes
Fight and
into
flight. And
fight
some
flight,
stresses
right?
are good because fight or flight, and you got good stresses. You got, but I'm talking about the bad stresses, the most of the ones that we don't manage as well.
Mhm.
But yes.
And some of the body reactions you could experience is changes in your heart rate, your breathing,
Right.
and those things happen whether the stress is good or bad. You get so excited about something like Jackie is so excited about the book, that's going to be a change in her heart rate. That's going to be a change in her breathing.
Ooh, yeah. Breathing.
So, but that could also be a negative connotation to that, changes in your heart rate and breathing and, digestion, brain chemicals, as we talked about cortisol and all of those different chemical things that happen, hormones, muscle tensions up, you get headaches, backache, neck aches, all type of muscle aches, even changes in your sexual functioning where you get a decreased sex drive. So all
No
of these
libido.
all of these
Yeah.
body reactions because of your mental health, which is caused by stress and other different things, traumatic events that may be happening in your life. These changes often cause changes in your mental health. So it's good to be cognizant of that. Start paying attention to that. How is my body reacting, when I'm giving it allowing that undue stress to just go unmanaged.
Right.
And that's what causes sickness and disease and things of that nature when it's not managed. And emotions, Jackie, we talked about that a little bit.
Got to get
Emotions.
control of our emotions.
Wow.
We can acknowledge them, but we got to respond wisely. We got to learn how to use godly wisdom and just a different way
Hmm.
of how we used to respond, because emotions are there,
Emotions,
and God gave them
feelings.
to us,
Hmm.
but we can't be moved by these emotions because they'll have you everywhere.
Everywhere.
They will have you everywhere. Like I
And then
said,
you can be unbalanced. You can have
yeah.
two emotions at the same time.
And you, but
So
you
they can
can't,
be
but
everywhere.
you acknowledge them, and you have to, you acknowledge them, but you respond wisely,
Mhm.
because they are there, and but it has to be managed, those emotions, because we got good emotions,
Right.
so but we got to learn how to manage those emotions, the feeling of love or affection, confusion,
Happiness, joy.
boredom,
Yeah.
irritable anger, and then you just, like you said, then you go back to getting behind the root
Mhm.
of the behavior, because you can't change anything until you get behind what's going on. That's just like trying to fix a car.
And you haven't
And
identified.
you have to identify the root of the cause of the car cutting off. It could be the accelerator. It can be the transmission.
Hmm.
Your body works the same way.
Right.
If you don't get to the root of it and you just try to go put a what? A lot of people put some on the carburetor and okay, that'll last for how long? But you ain't get to the
The root
root
of it. Right.
of
Fix it.
the fixing it.
So yeah, your emotions can be everywhere. You definitely got to have mechanisms in place to control your emotions. We have emotions and feelings of happiness, joy, contentment, feeling love, like Jackie said, or affection, confusion, boredom, irritable, anger, frustration, anxiety, fear, hopelessness. It's just off the chart when it comes to your emotion. And if you
Right.
allow these things to overwhelm you, it would easily overwhelm you and cause you to make decisions that are not healthy for you. And that's why it's so important to be aware of these things. And that final dimension we want to talk about is behaviors, because all the things we talk about, the thoughts, the body reaction, the emotions, all of those things govern your behavior, your response to your mental health, to your environment. Some responses are helpful, some responses can be harmful. Again, that goes back to, are you going to have a positive mental attitude? Are you going to approach what you're going through positively if you can, on your own? And then if not, you have to get help. There's plenty of helpful behaviors that you could take when you're going through stressing, when you're stressing out or things like that, or going through some kind of mental health conditions. You could take time to respond, which is very important, versus reacting to a problem.
Coach, let's talk about Coach and I seen the dawn of the Planet of the Apes. And it was something so profound in there. I don't know if y'all remember this. Y'all go back and watch it. There's just so many messages in there. And yeah, if y'all remember the ape Koba, he was in a lab and they did so many tests on him and all these scars and abused him and did all this stuff to him. But he got freed. Caesar. If you go back to the first one, and he was so full of anger
Yeah.
and hurt, and he just
Couldn't overcome.
held on this stuff and could never overcome it. And Caesar, being raised by a human, had a little bit more compassion. So his experience with human
Different.
was a little bit different than where Koba experience with human was not good. So you can see how two people experiences can be different.
Yeah. And one of the apes had said anger lives in him. That's
Yes.
a power. Does anger live
Lives in
you?
you.
You have to not give it
Do
space.
rejection
You
live
have
in
to not
you?
give it space.
Does it ask yourself
Yeah.
that?
Don't
Does
give it.
it? And when we ask ourselves these things, we take these things before God. Somebody said confessing God's word that
Yes.
governs on faster good emotion, and we have to.
Yes.
But we have to take these things to God and say, okay, He's our creator.
Mm-hmm.
He knows what we've been going through. Even in our darkest moment, our situations, our circumstances, God see us becoming.
Mm-hmm.
But He want us to acknowledge Him in all
All things.
things,
Mm-hmm.
and He will direct the paths. So whatever we are going through, whatever He has allowed, it's gonna line up for our purpose and work out for our good.
Mm-hmm.
But we got to take it to Him and acknowledge Him in it. We got to allow Him access, grant Him access, give Him all access, and let Him do what He's going to do.
Most
Because
definitely.
in order for you to establish and help someone else overcome, He got to help you overcome. So He got to establish it in you so you're able to have a more significant impact in other people's lives and helping them move through. And that's why it's so important. Iron sharpens iron.
Most definitely. So, and that's part of your response. That's part of responding instead of reacting. When we respond, most of the time we don't answer something right away. We take time, we pause, we breathe, we make sure that okay, let me gather
Pause for the
everything that you
cause.
said and let me respond to that right. And versus reacting to something. Helpful behaviors is reaching out to friends, as we said, that family, that support, that spiritual leadership, physical activity, eating right. If you have hobbies or leisure activities, you like fishing, you like golfing, you like pickleball, whatever it is, those are good responses to stressful environments. To get away, get away from that environment. Harmful behaviors. What are some harmful behaviors? Isolating yourself. That's a big one right there,
Yes.
because that's one of the
Trying to handle it on
main
your
weapons
own.
that Satan used is to divide and conquer. So
Yep.
don't isolate yourself. Smoking, using alcohol or drugs, all of these things are detrimental to your body, especially overuse of alcohol. Avoid things that upset you. Overeating, not eating enough, as Jackie said, purging food. You're eating, but then you're purging it. So all of these things can be unhealthy, and all of them is a derivative of just stress and mental health conditions, excessively depending on and or clinging to loved ones, and we have to be careful with that too. Sometimes we can be so
Overbearing
over
without,
with yeah in
even with our
relationships,
relationship
yeah,
with our children.
unrealistic expectations and
Expectations,
things of
even
that
from
nature.
our, and we are there to love. What is that thing you use, Coach, when you talk about when it comes to our
I
kids?
call it close air support, CAS, CAS, counsel, advice, and support. Especially when your kids get into an adult age, your authority level changes in their life when they have their own home and they're paying their own bills. But you still need to be a parent and authority in their life, but it just changes. I call it close air support. I call it counseling, C, advice, A, and support. And they have to give you the space in their life to be able to do that for them. Yeah, that's what I call
Yeah. And we have
it.
to. We have to, guys. Guys, this has been a great conversation. We hope you guys take this information, apply it.
Mhm.
Get before God, and allow God to help you move past some things. There are some things that in your life right now that you've been struggling with for a long time.
Mhm.
And God says it's time to let that stuff go. It stops, it's time to be free. It's time to move forward.
Mhm.
And you have to be able um to allow him to do it. And like I said, it may be painful or hurtful
Mhm.
just to look back at it, because it's different. It's easy to cover it up, but when we don't get behind the root of it, it resurfaces back up.
Mhm.
It comes right back up. You can't heal from what's not revealed.
That's it. Gotta
You
reveal it.
can't. You can find other coping mechanism, and we have different approaches and to different things, because that one thing can affect every area of
Of
your
your life.
life,
That's right.
spiritually, emotionally, work, it can affect that, and you like, okay, where is these behaviors coming from?
Mm.
I just don't like the way I act. I want to be better. So God, help me to be better.
Right.
And when you do that, He's going to do it
With your
But-
help.
with your help.
Not automatic.
Now, you
Mhm.
may not like the process, but you got to trust Him through the
And
process.
be careful what you
And
ask.
you not responsible how He take you through the process of how He will do it.
That's right. So listen.
Trust Him.
yeah.
We can stay on here another whole hour,
no,
Coach.
we can't.
Yeah, but
You can.
guys,
But
don't
we-
forget, Still Becoming, A Woman's Journey from Wellness to Wholeness, guys. You want to get this book. I'm telling you, not because we want you to buy it. It's because
it.
I want you guys to be free. I want you guys to just allow God to come in and do some things. If you ready to get over that hump, you've been dealing with some things that for a long time and you just never understood why these behaviors just keep coming up and resurfacing. It's time to hand them things over to God and let God just move you forward,
break the
because
shackles.
we're in a world today
Deliverance.
where we got to look different.
That's it.
We
That's
got
it.
to be different.
That's it.
We got to behave different.
Most definitely.
It's time. It's time. I
Well,
love
alright.
you guys. I appreciate you.
We're gonna wrap it up.
Exactly.
Yeah. But
Yes,
this
yes,
is
yes.
I just want to say, Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers
Yes.
that are out there. Make sure you, as we said at the beginning of the podcast, make sure you celebrate your mothers on tomorrow. They deserve it. I know you're a mother, but you got a mother, so figure out how to do that. Celebrate your mother. If you haven't talked to them and reached out to them, reach out to them, talk to them, celebrate your mother. And as we talked about mental health, remember, guys, don't let the stigma keep you in a bad place. If you need help, get help. Professional help, spiritual help, family support, friend support, whatever type of help you need, make sure you get it. If you need to talk to a professional, then talk to a professional so that you can review what's going on in your life.
Right.
So you can review your life circumstances and find out why you always find yourself in the place that you find yourself. All right. So thank you for listening to Help Matters on this morning. We want you to like our Facebook page at Get Fit with Jackie Fitness and subscribe to our YouTube channel
And
at
share
Help
with your
Matters-
family. Share with your families and friends.
at Help Matters Jackie and Coach.
Yes, guys. And remember, we are here to help you to become a better you, to be the best you that you can be. We like to leave you with 3 John 2. Beloved, I wish above all things that you may prosper and be in good health, even as your whole soul prosper. Guys, you have a healthy and blessed day, and happy Mother's Day to all the beautiful,
Yep.
beautiful women of God, the beautiful women out there, all the mothers. Happy Mother's Day. Get your book, Still Becoming. We want to see you guys at the book lunch next Sunday, 3:30 to 5:30 at the Croc Center. We're going to have a party, guys. Love you.
Health is life. Your health matters. You matter. Health begins in the spirit and the mind. Take time to love you. Live well. Be well.
Yeah, let's go.
Health matters to me.
Come on, get up. Cause you tuned into the station for your morning motivation to get your education for your health and your spiritual needs.
Health matters to me.
Yeah, strong will to empower the people, to promote the peace, though. Positive attitudes, behavior, that's a lifelong dream goes.
Health matters to me.
Yeah, health matters and we're here to help you become the better you, to be the best you, the best version you can be.
Health matters to me.
Yeah, and it's time for this classic, fantastic food for your soul. Here's Jackie and Coach Patrick right here. Let's go.